Hey guys, Miha here with Creative Business Build, and in today's video I wanted to answer a question I got recently, and that's how exactly I create proposals for my projects. Now we'll be going through a proposal template that I use basically for most of my projects, and we'll take a look at that. You can design a template. You can design a proposal template yourself, or you can get one really cheaply on sites like Graphic River or somewhere like that, and then just change the information but use the design from that template, or you can design it yourself. Now I prefer to use InDesign to design all my proposals, but if you don't know how to use InDesign, you can use any program that can where you can maybe move some graphics and text around, like Word or even Google Docs, or basically whatever suits your needs the best. A couple of things first. A proposal, when you're sending a proposal for a project out there to your client, it needs to look professional, because especially if you're targeting clients that are a bit more high-end or projects that are priced a bit higher, it's good to have a really professional proposal template in place that's well designed and also structured in a way that it includes all the relevant project information and everything. So we'll be going through that and through my exact template that I use for my project. So let's get right into it. Now I've actually removed the client name here from this proposal, because most of my projects are under NDA, the non-disclosure agreement, so I won't be disclosing my clients here, but the project proposal was actually done for a client, so the pricing and components and everything stay the same. Now on the top here we have my so let's just break this down a bit. On the first page of the proposal, on the top here we have my company information, my company contacts, basically my name, so that people know who this proposal is coming from. There's a proposal, of course, a proposal title, and the project. That was an animated explainer video project for a special client. Now down here we have the client name and basically their company information and contact. This is really important because everybody needs to know also who the proposal is for. Also, we have a short statement of confidentiality that states that this proposal and supporting materials contain confidential and proprietary business information of Startup Explainer, my company name, and that basically says that the information here is confidential, so it's not supposed to be disclosed with third parties outside of our business agreement. So also, when the proposal was issued and the proposal validity, I usually give 2 to 3 months. I usually create proposals that have a validity date of that have a validity range of 2 to 3 months, because if the project doesn't turn around in that time, there's a good chance that it won't in the future. But if it will, we can just revise the proposal and create a revised date here. Okay, now let's move to the first page, to the first internal page of the proposal. Here I use some kind of introduction. Basically, this is my copy and marketing materials that I use for my animated video business. And basically it's just some information. Here's my mugshot, something my name, something about our experience, and basically who we are. You don't need to include this in every proposal, but when dealing with a potential new client, I actually use this since it helps to build a bit of more social proof and basically give them a better idea of who I am. I mean, I've already done that with all the introduction through email or maybe a Skype meeting, but it's also good to include that in the proposal. Now we move to the next page, and that's project goals. If we zoom in a bit here, basically I use the client name, the date, their website, and the main objective. Now this is very important to use in a proposal, and basically it's a project objective. Here it was basically to create a 2-minute explainer video for their platform, and basically their platform was in the e-health industry space, and basically this is a short objective of what the project needs to accomplish, and also a bit about their target audience. It's basically e-health, healthcare, and ecosystem enablers. So it's clearly defined who the audience is, who we are targeting with this animated video, or if it's graphic design, with graphic design, and basically the objective of what the project needs to achieve. Then we have some project specifications here, like basically what will be included in the project. That's a video script concept, the storyboard design, custom graphics, voiceover recording, and animation production. Now, if we move into the next page, this one is basically quite important. It's animated video components, and I think it should also say costs here. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, it already did, but it wasn't expanded. Cool. Now, you include the project name here, the video length. This one will be approximately 120 seconds, that's 2 minutes, so that's it, the infographic style and an English voiceover. Now, I break down all the components that will be used in this video here. And also there's the final project cost here listed. Now, there are a couple of ways you can go about this. Some companies prefer to use a price for every one of these little project components. Now, I've used that in the past, but I found that these can lead to some potential complications, and now I just use project cost for the complete project. If the client decides that they don't want to have some of these components, I just remove them, revise the proposal, and give them another complete project cost. Now, the project cost for this project was actually 8,740 euros. That's around, I don't know what the exchange rate is right now, but I think it's around $9,500 or somewhere around there. Also, very important, you need to include a little note that says that any additional work outside of the proposal will be quoted and charged separately. That goes for all corrections, all revisions, and everything. So if the client decides they want to revise the video or maybe revise the storyboard or something like that, I deal with that as I go. So if they say we want to revise the storyboard, I say okay, no problem. There are no revisions included in the original project price, so we actually need to charge that separately, and I also talk with them how much that will be and everything, and we charge that additional to the complete project cost. Now, once we have that covered, we go to the next page, and that's the project timeline. I use these graphics so that basically the client gets a good idea of how long the project will last, and what's the production time, and I also break this down with text so they get a better understanding of what will be done within that time frame. So week one, first week there will be script concept development, storyboard and graphics design in the second and third week, then 3 to 5 animation and sound production, and basically final the delivery. You also have to specify what the final delivery will look like. So I just specify here something really, I don't talk about the H.264 codec or something like that, because that's too technical for most clients. So I just explain to them that the video will be delivered in a format that is friendly to use on our video hosting services, or major video hosting services like YouTube or Vimeo or Vistia or whatever. Also, quick note here, the project timeline is an estimation and should be used as a guide. For example, if there are holidays or weekends, if you don't want to work on the weekends, you basically have to include that in the project proposal, so the client will clearly understand that they cannot bother you during the weekend with something like corrections, or that you don't have to be there for them during the weekend. That's completely okay with most clients. Most clients usually don't also work during the weekends, and they understand that. At least the ones I work with. There are some strange ones out there, but I really advise you to avoid those clients. Also, the payment plan, very important. Now, for this exact project, there was actually a payment plan devised so that we have the first payment milestone once the storyboard is confirmed. Now, keep in mind that I already have a good business relationship with this client, and I didn't have any bad experiences with them, so I didn't charge them like I usually do 50% upfront, but we've made a payment plan so that they pay for the first half of the project once the storyboard design is complete. Then the second part, after the delivery of the final animation. Also, regarding taxes and VAT. VAT is a European term for taxes, for tax. Usually that's value added tax. Value added tax, I think it's in the US. But you have to include that basically based on the laws in your country and your IRS or something like that. So I also say that there's no VAT included in this tax. There's no VAT included in this price, and basically the final amount may be changed if additional components, and basically that 22% VAT will be added on invoices issued in Slovenia, European Union. That's basically in my country, so that's what I explain here. Also, the proposal acceptance. You have to be careful because every proposal, once it gets accepted by the client and they want to start the project, they have to write their name here and basically sign to approve the proposal. If you have a good business relationship, it's not so crucial, but it's always good to have a signed document so that if potentially any problems arise with the payment, or I don't know, any very unpleasant legal things, you have a document that they actually ordered the project and you can prove that. So that's why I urge every client to basically return a signed proposal to me once they approve that the project gets started. So that's basically it, and just a nicely designed back page of the proposal so it looks professional. So that's the overview of an exact proposal template that I use for most of my projects. This one is especially for animated videos, but you can use a template like this for graphic design, illustration, or basically any kind of creative work. All that you have to do is break down the project components, write a project goal or something like that. Now, this proposal works really well for me. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and got some insights into how I actually create project proposals. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, or if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them, or subscribe to my channel if you like the content, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video.